What's up everyone, my name is Nightrow and welcome back to some more The Tower's 5 Hearts. On the last episode, the princess ended up drinking a soup that had too many ingredients and got her even more sick, to the point where where Momo ended up crying and running away and crying because she thought she got her even more sick, but in actuality it was because Aiko and Matsumi put some an additional more ingredients into the chicken soup, which got her even more sick, and because of that they got in trouble a little bit. So yeah, after that, I forgot the name of the fox girl. She gave her a towel bath, I guess, and I guess the princess got excited or whatever. But now she's gonna be drinking the soup again, but this time without the extra ingredients, I hope. Either way, let's continue. I can assure you that this time there's absolutely nothing extra. Okay, good to know. Kitty's expression grows confused, her ears twitching slightly. This is the second time someone has made sure to say that. Am I missing something? Momo giggles, sticking her tongue out for a moment. There was an incident this morning. It's already been smoothed over the. So less said about it, the better. You cheered up. It seems. Momo turns her smile towards you as she places the plate of toast on your lap. It was just an honest mistake. You seem to be in much better mood yourself. The smell of food right under your nose makes your stomach grumble and gurgle, but you're not immediately sure if it hungers or see? Whatever. Just eat slowly and gently. You need to get at least one slice into you. You need something in your stomach to neutralize all that tea and acid, or else you'll only feel worse and worse as time goes on. The maid starts staring at you expectantly. With a sigh, you force yourself to take a bite, your stomach rebelling with every chew. Your mouth feels dry and sandpapery, and the dryness of the toast doesn't help abrading your throat as it goes down. Nevertheless, you doggedly take a second bite. That leads to a third, then a fourth, and soon you're snatching up your spoon to dig into the stew. Mama was right. Getting just a little food into your belly really settled it down. Happy now? Yep. And so far, I haven't seen any other scenes besides that one where she was masturbating and sleeping. So, I wonder when they're gonna be showing the next one though. And not like naked, but like an actual scene. I wanna see what other scenes are gonna be. Now that the uprising in your guts has been quelled, sleep comes much easier. You sleep easily back into dreams of vague warmth and softness, your fever already fading away. Before you can slip into a deeper slumber, though, you realize that there's a weight on your chest. Your pulse pounds in your ears as you cast the flounder about eyes, snapping wide open to see nothing. Huh? You struggle for breath, feeling as though there's an iron ring tightening around your ribs. When you instantly claw at your stomach, though, your fingers find the springy softness that isn't your own bust. Meep? Meep? What? Okay, what the heck is it? A giant weight rolling off of you as you finally return to your senses. The mattress underneath your cracking and creaking loudly. I'm a mistress. I thought I was gonna die. The blushing lizard maid pouts at you as she's straightening her clothes before you. Why was she sleeping with the princess? I'm sorry, I dozed off. What? You're sweating as badly as when you first woken up though. You can tell that your fever is mostly abated by now. Looking around your bed, you realize that the entirety of your staff have gathered around you. Momo and Tomiko, oh wow, they're naked. The dog girl and the bunny girl are both butt naked. Why? Everyone else is still dressed, but those two are butt naked. Momo and Tomiko sheepishly glance at each other to avoid having to make eye contact with you. Aiko's hand contains a bottle of lotion, while Kitty's is frozen in place with a hairbrush clutched in her fist. I'm trapped. Okay, seriously. I was going to give you a massage, but Matsumi was already here, and trapping you with her. The cat trails off, staring pointedly at the exceptional buxom lizard girl's chest. You flush as you realize just what you grabbed a moment earlier. Right. She glanced down, and you swear for a moment that she looks envious before she looks back up at you, eyes full of righteous anger. She was trying to seduce you while we were all occupied. No, I was just cuddling because she looked lonely. Honestly, I looked lonely. Wait, you know what? Forgot about that. If I didn't know she was there, how could she be seducing me? And your feline maid appears less than pleased with your attempt to deflect her accusation of her competitor, her ears twitching a few times in annoyance. Okay, that might explain what you two are doing here, but what about the rest of you? I wanted to come brush your hair since it's been getting tangled up with all your tossing and turning. Besides, it's relaxing for me. Tomiko and I were just lonely is all. Could you please do me a favor and get out of my bed? As much as I'd love to repeat this scenario at a later date, right now my head is killing me. It takes them some reluctance, squirming, but at length they'll extricate themselves from your bedding, just as you ask. Momo and Tomiko slip back into their clothing, impressively fast. Do I even want to know why the two of you were undressed? The bed was really, really warm. If you think it's too hot for clothes, then why don't you get Kitty to stop dressing me up in the stuffy outfits? Okay, that's it. No more make Mary feel better contest. It's cancelled, terminate, voided, over. Ouch, shoo! You have to grab and shove away from more than a few wrists, elbows, and shoulders before they finally give in and filing out of your room and finally giving you some peace. My maids are children. Children! There's absolutely no way any of them can be older than I am. You flop back onto the bed, spreading your arms and legs wide. The warmth from all their bodies still lingers in the sheets. Their differing scents all fighting for dominance within your nostrils. Despite your annoyance at all of them, you can't help but try to differentiate between them. All the connect each one to its owner. Before you know it, you've fallen back asleep. Oh boy. Fortunately, the next time you wake up is not to a burning fever or a marshmallow hell. No, it's just the familiar sensation of a full bladder. Bladder. What? Oh damn! Maybe I really shouldn't have had that tea. Bolting out of the bed, you quickly run off towards the tower's bathroom. Is there gonna be nope, they're just all naked. and run headfirst into the room full of naked maids. Eesh! The steamy air is rich with the sweet smell of flour and soap. Your eyes jump from one girl to the next. It would seem that all 5 of them are here. If the pressures of your bladder wasn't bothering you so badly, you'd be drinking in this side like a dessert wonder at an oasis. But your body realizes that it's not about to deal with it here, and so your feet automatically takes 2 steps back while your hands slams the bathroom door shut. Sweet goodness! Your heart starts to pound fiercely in your chest, and you bring a hand into it, urging it to calm down. You close your eyes to try and keep yourself from being distracted, but the image of the 5 naked girls seems to have burned itself into your retinas, whatever. You love to go back and admire the spectacle when you aren't dancing from one foot to the other, trying to hold in the aftermath of the huge mug of tea. Are you girls going to be staying there much longer? After a few painful drawn out moments of silence, the bathroom door opens once again. One by one, the maids files out in a hurry. Apparently, they didn't even bother to grab a towel. I swear you girls are trying to kill me. 3 of the 5 maids appear rather shy about being naked in front of you, but perhaps unsurprisingly, Momo and Tomiko strut by you without the slightest bit of hesitation. We hadn't expected you to be up quite so soon. Were you trying to catch us bathing, Mistress Mary? She flashes you wide-eyed and facetiously coil her ears, wiggling a few times. That's not no. Are we not pretty enough for your taste? Okay, now you're just doing this on purpose. Go on, get out of here. The girls bow deeply before returning to their own chambers, presumably to go put on some clothes. You know, as cute as they all are from the front, it's just as nice as to watch them leave. Oh my god, I gotta pee! Oh my god, this princess. She's funny. The still steamy bathroom helps clear out the last of the congestion in your sinuses. After washing your hands and face, you feel so refreshed that you realize there is no way you're about to head straight back to bed, especially not after the events that just transpired. You make your way down to the main hall, praying that the next time you bump into your mate, it will be in a far less chaotic situation than all the other situations before. Fortunately, the scene you walk into is one of relative calm. Mutsumi is reading a book at the table, scribbling every now and then. On a piece of paper, Aiko is leaning over her shoulders, her eyes focused on the movement of the lizard girl's pen. Momo isn't actually present, but the sound and smell of cooking from the kitchen makes it obviously where she is. It's Katie's and Tomiko that notice your presence first. They skip over to you, bright smiles upon their faces. Sorry for shocking you earlier, mistress. You're looking a lot better. How are you feeling now? It's fine, Kitty, and I'm feeling much better, Tomiko. They both grin at your response and they guide you to the table, sitting you down at the table before disappearing off into the kitchen, presumably to let Momo know you're awake. Now that you're close enough to read the paper on the table, you can see exactly what Matsumi and Aiko are studying. From the amount of scribbles crossed out and circle numbered on the page, they're studying mathematics. For a moment, your mind retreats to an old memory of boring lectures, made tolerable only by a teacher with a most distractingly large chest. Wow. It's a mirror the princess is a bit perverted. Oh, Miss Demesne, you were my first crush, my waking to the wonders of the fairer sex. When you realize that your memory is swiftly turning into a risky fantasy, you rip yourself away from it, only to find Matsumi staring at you, a blush on her face. Something on your mind, mistress? You look really intense there for a moment. Just some fun childhood memories. So you're both studying, right? And what for? Matsumi said that she hasn't gotten much schooling at all. A candidate to be queens can't be left like that, so I offer to help her. The cat girl puffed her chest out proudly for a moment, but the moment she realizes everyone in the room is focused on her, she wilts and takes a seat beside Matsumi as he's trying to blend in with her. I mean, I figured that I'd be fine if I were to help her. Of course it would be. There's nothing to be ashamed about helping out one of your colleagues. You reach forwards and pat her head, smiling when your gesture gets a purr to sneak out from her throat before she can control herself. As your fingers begging and scratching at the base of Aiko's ear, the way you know of your personal experience, Cat's love Matsumi pouts a little at you before speaking up herself. Is there anything you require, mistress? I can put this down for now. Nah, keep on doing what you've been doing. I'm happy just to watch. You seem nervous to have you so close, as if she thinks you'll be judging her abilities. But eventually, she's back to churning through the exercise within the textbook. Frankly, she seems to be struggling quite a bit, but she never once voiced a complaint or asked for a break. Aiko wants you stop distracting her with the ear-scratching mix when an adequate teacher, nipping her errors in the bud and gently prompting her whenever she struggles to remember what to do next. Her approach is perhaps a bit light for a proper tutor, though while she has never failed to correct the lizard girl, she doesn't pursue the root of Matsumi's lack of understanding, and so the same mistakes keeps getting made over and over. That said, you're one to judge. I'm kind of impressed. I remember any of this at all. Education was never my strongest suit. Oh, Mistress Marie, you're up. That saves me the trouble of waking you. The bunny maid smiles as she walks into the dining room, a platter stacked with a variety of dishes in her hand. Kitty and Tomiko are in her heels, bearing a basket of bread and stacks of plates. I'm finally feeling better, yeah. Did the little show from earlier get your blood pumping? She gives you a cheeky grin as she sets the tray down, wiggling her hips and bouncing her little puffle of a tail. You feel the maids rest their gaze on you as they expectantly await your answer. I wanted to thank you all for everything you've done, accident and all. I'm sure it helped me get better so quickly, and honestly, I'm overwhelmed by how much you all care for me. It really warms my heart. The brightness contained in their collective smile is enough to put the sun to shame, and you have to look away, your eyes already watering from how bright they all look. Yeah, it's the brightness, just the brightness, never mind. The warm, fluttery sensation of it in your chest. What the heck? Momo shivers and coos softly as you give her head a quick patting, rubbing experimentally while on the bases of her ears. It seems Bunny likes them as much as cats do. And thanks for everything, Momo. It was my pleasure. Uh, and Kitty's bushy tail wiggles cutely with anticipation as you approach her. When you give her hand a similar rubbing and tweak the tip of her ears, though the voice she lets out is considerably more erotic than Momo's was. Sensitive ears, I see. Her only response is nervous blush and an averted gaze, though she lets out a disappointed sigh when she finally stops and pulls away. This is actually a lot of fun. Next. Yay! If the first two were excited to receive head patting, Tomiko is literally vibrating in place. Her tail is wagging so hard that her hips are jerking back and forth. You forgo the stroking motion and settle for just scratching her ears. The gesture earned you some happy, giggly noises out of her mouth, and before you know it, she pressed up so tightly against you that your arm is getting swallowed up within her chest. Oh, you're very good at this, Mary. Keep this up, and I might just have to find another use of those fingers. What? Really? That's all you had to say? She lets out a whine when you stop, but you can't let yourself be influenced by the puppy dog eyes. She'll surely resort to before you finish up with your remaining maids. Amazingly, Matsuni and Aiko are blushing just as hard as the girls who have already gotten their treats, and you haven't laid a finger on them yet. We didn't really do much. Indeed, it's just all on the day's work. The bashful buxom lizard girl trades off as your hands find the gentle frill tips of her resist ear. Unwilling or unable to protest further, she nuzzles her cheek into your hand and sighs softly. Okay. Your other hand is similar hard at work with Aiko. Your fingers combine through her hair is massaging her scalp. I don't feel that it's appropriate for you to be treating us like animals, Mary. Your normal response is to grin wickedly and rub even more vigorously. Aw, do you want me to stop then? No! Too bad, I'm hungry. Let's eat. With a fresh spring in her step, Momo sets the table, and you're thankful that this time you don't have to make a fuss about making sure everyone eats together as equals with you. It's still amazing that you could whip all this up so quickly, Momo. I helped. The bunny maid smiles, giving the dog girl a fond scratch behind an ear before settling into her seat alongside the rest of you. The moment she sits you eagerly, scoop up a massive spoonful of carrot, but before it can make it up to your mouth, Momo's hand snaps into your wrist and firmly drags your spoon back into your plate. What's wrong? I'm starving here. Dinner isn't going anywhere, okay? Don't stuff yourself sick. Don't want you to vomit out my food a second time. Not when this time I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it. You sigh, rolling your eyes, but she's right. You drop 2/3 of the carrots back onto your plate before bringing your spoon back towards your mouth. They're not overly rich or intense in flavor, but they're not boringly bland either. Perfect for a recovering stomach like your own, yet still tasty enough to put a smile on your face. And what is this, Momo? A curried carrot, a specialty of mine. Actually, it shouldn't be too strong or rich for Mistress Mary's stomach. Oh damn, I've been recording for 25 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video right here. I should probably do one more video for the night and then I'll stop. But so far the story is good. I just wish they added some voice acting, or more scenes to the visual novel, because honestly I'll have to continue using the same freaking thumbnail from the first and second episode, which is really annoying because I really don't like doing that. I prefer to put like more pictures in them, but because the game doesn't have that much theme, well, not theme, scenes, I should be saying, I can't do anything. So hopefully then the next one will have an actual scene. So yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.